Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. It is the 20th of October. It is 1 p.m. and what a day. What a day. We have a lot to get through in the next hour. We're going to take a look at the markets. As you can see, we are up quite a fair old bit. We're going to look at the XRP news, which broke last night and has caused this pump. We're going to look at what's happened to the SEC. We're going to look at Gary Gensler. Should he be taken out of action? Should he resign? What do we think? We're then going to look at what's happened with Bitcoin. We're going to look at Matic. We're going to look at AI, fake AI, deep AI, and what that has to do with crypto, what we need to do to stop it. Mixers, should they be banned? And then we're going to look at the big brands in NFTs. And then we're going to finish with a quiz. We're going to get the entire show wrapped up, hopefully in an hour. For those of you that are new, we are Crypto Warehouse. We stream pretty much every single day. We will be streaming tomorrow at 10:30, an earlier time than today. Today is our late stream. We stream at this time on a Friday. We have other things to do. We have other things to keep on top of. And it gives people a chance to, people who can't join us in the mornings, it gives them a chance to join us at least once a week. So wherever you are, say hello, drop a like, whatever it might be. This is a big day for crypto. I'm going to go into that in a minute and why I think it's a big day for crypto. But first, we're going to take a look at the markets. And first of all, I know I always say, let's not get carried away. But there are occasions in life where you just have to say, let's go. We are just under $30,000. We touched $30,000 about 20 minutes ago. The market cap has shot up nearly 4.5%. Volume is up 28%. Bitcoin dominance, everything is green today. It is a beautiful sight. We've waited a long time to have days like this. So forget me being down and dour about crypto. Let's just, for once, enjoy a few green days, because I think that's what we're going to see. In the next few days, I expect some more green action. Anido, hello. NLT, hello. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Anonymous, thank you for joining us. Remember, smash the like button. Let's try and get to 20,000 likes by the end of the stream. We're already on 6,000. Let's try and get to 20,000 likes by the end of the stream. That would be an amazing way to start the day. So we are not going to beat around the bush. We're going to go straight in to the XRP news, because I'm going to make a statement now. I think in 6 to 12 months' time, we're going to look back at this moment as when the bull run actually started, and actually started to build momentum in other people's eyes. This doesn't mean we're going to go straight up from now until the end of 2025. But what I mean is there are significant moments in crypto that cause downturns and upturns. If you look at the FTX case, if you look at Elon Musk buying his Bitcoin or selling his Bitcoin or whatever else it might be, these have all been defining moments in the industry and in markets. And I think today, above all else, we should celebrate, because this is bigger than XRP winning the court case. This is bigger than Grayscale. This is Gary Gensler and the SEC admitting defeat. It is the first time I can remember where Gary Gensler on interviews has been so downbeat, and he's a beaten man. He's lost. He knows he's lost. The SEC knows he's lost. Is there going to be a vote of no confidence in him? Is he going to be replaced? Will he have to step down? I think his position is untenable. He has made a fool of himself. He's made a fool of the SEC, and he's made a fool of America. He's done all of this in 2 years. I'm not saying it's irreparable damage. America can pivot in the next 12 months. We're going to have a new president. in the next 12 months or 15 months, we'll probably have the new SEC head. So not the end of the world for America, but I think it's the end of the road for Gary Gensler. So what's happened is that the SEC has dismissed its lawsuit against Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. The lawsuit against Ripple executives had been going on for almost 3 years. In the October 19th filing, the SEC notified the court that the parties involved in its case against Ripple have stipulated to the dismissal without prejudice. The filing did not state that the SEC was dropping its civil case, first filed in 2020, but it has lost. Chris and I were targeted by the SEC in a ruthless attempt to personally ruin us and the company so many have worked hard to build for over a decade. There we go. Today was an even better day. Ripple 3, SEC 0, which I've shamelessly stolen for today's stream because this is where we are. The SEC has lost way more than 3 court cases now. Grayscale has been there. It lost part of its library case. It's lost everything it's gone up against. I'm not going to read all of this out. The SEC has other pending cases against high-profile figures. Alex Mashinsky should quite rightly go to prison. Sam Bankman-Fried should quite rightly go to prison. And the commission has also filed civil lawsuits against other crypto exchanges. So this is the news we've been waiting for. I can't stress enough how big a deal this is. I'm very level-headed when it comes to crypto. I don't tend to get overly excited. But when there is a clear victory on the table, as this has been, whether we go up or down from here is irrespective. It's the crushing blow that has happened to the SEC. Now, in terms of the Ripple price, it hasn't affected it anywhere near as much as the court case, which happened, let's go back to the daily chart and have a look for you. When we hit 94 cents, was it? Which was here. So this was the court case win, which was in July the 13th. That was the court case victory. We've not had the pump up to these prices, and I'm not expecting the pump up to these prices. But what we have done is this long-term trend line, we've reclaimed it. And in addition to that, I said probably 2 weeks ago now, I said there's going to be a tipping point where the long-term trend line meets the moving averages, and that is sometime towards the end of October. And if you look, the last 2 days we have touched the moving average and we've broken into it today. So we're not off to the races. We're not going to go to $100,000 Bitcoin. We're not going to go to a $5 XRP today. But this is massively bullish news. So I expect today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, I expect some kind of upward movement followed by a possible correction, not too big a correction, back to where we are. So I expect something like this to happen, maybe reach the top of the moving averages, which is about 55 cents. It's not huge market movements, but it is another maybe 5 to 10%. And then I expect some kind of move back down to where we are, because this is great news, but it's not going to move the market on its own. This is a victory against the SEC. We are still early in the bull run. We're still before the halving. So although I'm very, very happy today, I'm very, very excited at the news, don't expect us to go to the moon today or tomorrow. So I cannot stress enough just how big this is for crypto. And this is the end of Gary Gensler, because nobody now takes him seriously. The courts don't take him seriously. His own lawyers don't take him seriously. crypto firms now know they can take the SEC and Gary Gensler on head on and know they have a great chance of beating him. But more important than that, his own politicians, the senators in America, they know he's lost 13 cases. I mean, he's embarrassing them. So this is what I'm saying. Is there going to be a vote of confidence, or is Gary Gensler going to step down? Is he going to hang on to his position and try and reclaim some level of credibility, or is he going to throw his cards in? Personally, I think he should throw his cards in. There's no reason for him to continue. He's just being made to look a fool, and it's going to damage his reputation. So, as I said, in the short term, I expect us to play around in this area here, which is where the bull market support band is, or the moving average is, sorry, which is between about 52.5 cents and about 55 cents. I expect us to play around here. If you look, we have wicked up here in the past. It's not unknown, so I would expect this area to be targeted, which is, let's, for argument's sake, let's say it's another 10% move. That gets us back above this line, so we could see some kind of action like this. But we have so much bullish news. We could see higher price action. We could see another mad surge. We are fighting below $30,000 on Bitcoin. We're touching the moving average in XRP. Other cryptos, Solana, for example, that's pumping massively. So we're having a nice rally. Now, if we move on to have a look at Bitcoin, I don't want to spend too long on this today because we have a lot to get through, and we've got to go and pick up some new streaming equipment in about an hour, so I can't stay on too long, but hopefully long enough to impart all the news that we have got. Remember, if you're in chat, say hello. Are you massively bullish on Bitcoin? Do you think we're going to hit 30,000? Do you think we're going to hit 32,000 this weekend? Let me know. Also, let me know if you're going to celebrate this weekend. Now, before we get on to look at the Bitcoin price, there is some fairly big news that's been overshadowed by the XRP case, and that is stablecoins on the Bitcoin Lightning Network. So Lightning Labs aims to Bitcoinize the dollar. Lightning Labs launches Taproot assets, enabling stablecoins and other assets to be tokenized on top of Bitcoin. Expecting the greenback to be replaced by Bitcoin, one company is bidding to Bitcoinize the dollar by enabling stablecoins and other assets built atop Bitcoin via the Lightning Network. According to the press release, the new set of developers' tools will allow for Bitcoin to become a multi-asset network, taking the protocol to the next financial level. This means that people all over the world will be able to access the global payments network of the future with just a mobile phone. He explained that those best positioned to benefit from the new suite of tools are people in emerging markets due to their demand for digital dollars. We've covered this time and time again. And we've also covered the fact that Bitcoin is a great store of value, so putting the dollar onto the Bitcoin network makes perfect sense. Don't forget, the Lightning Network is incredibly cheap and incredibly quick. It's not something that's slow and cumbersome. I remember in the past it used to take me several hours to send Bitcoin from one exchange to another. Nowadays you can use Lightning Network, and of course it's great if we can allow businesses around the world to accept Bitcoin, but for those of them that just aren't going to do it, to allow the US dollar or even the British pound or the euro to run on top of the Bitcoin network is ideal, because it means that you can pay in the local currency of where you are whilst not having to leave the Bitcoin network. So this is great news. End users just want to make US dollar transactions with high speed and low cost. Exactly. The Lightning Network has been on a tear over the past couple of years, recording a 1200% growth from August 21 2023 in terms of transactions. From stable coins to real-world assets such as treasuries or gold, Gentry wrote today that over 2,000 financial assets have already been minted in the testing phase. Now, I'm not going to read any more of this because I'd rather give you my take on it. And that is that a few weeks ago we covered an article where we discussed allowing Bitcoin to be used to validate other blockchains. Charles Hoskinson mentioned it a year ago or so now when he was talking about Cardano and Solana. Now, one of the big bugbears that I have about trying to earn a yield off your Bitcoin is Bitcoin is proof of work. There is no inherent staking rewards from Bitcoin. I don't want to synthesize my Bitcoin and move it onto another exchange because that opens up an awful lot of risk. So what I want to do is be able to use my Bitcoin as collateral. I want to maybe use DeFi on the Bitcoin network. Maybe I want to earn a yield on my Bitcoin. Maybe I want to do on-chain loans, whatever it might be. I want to do that on the Bitcoin network without having to leave and run the risk of a contract being broken, or whether one of the wormholes gets hacked, whatever it might be. I'd rather do everything on chain. So everything that can be brought on via the Lightning Network makes sense to me, whether it be a digital dollar, whether it be DeFi, whether it be NFTs. Bringing functionality and utility to Bitcoin is not wanted by the Bitcoin maxis. They want it to be gold. They want it to be digitalized gold that is a store of value, which is a great and noble quest. But for me, if we can use gold to do other things, I mean, you make gold jewelry, you make mobile phones with gold in them. Gold isn't just something that sits in the corner of the room and accrues value. You can use it. You can use gold to make added value, and I think that Bitcoin should not blinker itself against this. So for me, this is big news and also good news, and it's been overshadowed slightly by what's happened with the rest of the market. We've had the fake out at the start of the week with the Bitcoin ETF, which ended up being fake, and obviously the XRP winning yesterday is bigger news. So in terms of Bitcoin price action, what I said yesterday was, in fact, I've still got my graph here, was I expected us to retest this price level here, which is 30,120, maybe 30,200. I expected us to reach this level. Now, as I've said, I do expect a correction to the downside. So this is not writing up, ladies and gentlemen. You are not going to see $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. Hello from Algeria. Hello to you guys. How are you? I am good. 30,000 Chevon. Nice to see you in chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to spend a bit of time explaining this because I think it's needed. Yilmaz, big boxes. Not sure about that, but thank you for coming to the stream. So where are we going to go with Bitcoin in the short term? Remember that long term, nearly everybody listening to this is bullish on Bitcoin. And if you look back to the stream that I did on Tuesday, the title of my stream was $30,000 Bitcoin incoming. Said that on Tuesday. Go back and have a look. The reason I said this is because I think we've broken above the bull market support band, and I am again like a stuck record. Let's just give you a little bit of the history of what's happened. So let's go back to August. In August, we were at these levels that we're at today, 30,000. We've had some bearish news. We came down below the moving average. We found ourselves a bottom. We retested and failed. We couldn't break through. We came back down again to this 25,500. We tried again. We failed. We came down. We tried again. We tried again. We failed. And finally we broke through. And it was the fake news that broke us through. This first green wick up here to 30,000. This was the fake news. Now, I said at the time that what I think we needed to do was we needed to hold this moving average as support before moving back up. And on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember what day it was, I said I need confirmation that we're going to hold this line. And what we've done is we've held this line from Monday until today. 4 days we've held the line. And then we've had the XRP news, which has brought us back up to this level of resistance, where we are now. Now, what I think, I've got two scenarios that I'm going to give you. And those two scenarios, if we ignore volume area profiles, if we ignore everything, those two areas for me are where we have been in previous levels. So always look back to look forward. Look where we are now. We are at this level here, which we've been at here and here. Look up from where we are. We're at 31,800, 31,600 area. So my target, which bear in mind also is this trend line, I think this is a reasonable short-term target. 31,800 for me is a reasonable short-term target, and that is previous. What's this? This is June last year. This is previous resistance. Now, at this point here, we are going to get a lot of very excited people. That's if we get there. This is only a hypothesis. I'm not expecting this to happen. I'm giving you a way it could play out. At this level, everybody will be in longs on Bitcoin. And that is where the whales come out to play. And the whales will short Bitcoin. So what I can see happening is I can see us moving up, maybe hitting this 31.8 level, and then I can see us coming down to this area here. This is the liquidity that we've been at, and that is at 28,000, let's say 28,300. So one scenario for me is we fail here and we come back down. My second scenario is we break up and then we come back down. But in both instances, we are not going to go up forever. We are still 6 months before the next halving. So November, December, January, February, March, April. We're near enough exactly 6 months before. I think we're 5 months and 20 days now. So I think in the short term, if we can hold this 30,000 level and break up, my target now is 31.6 there. So that's my first target. Draw that. But then my area to come down to is here. So I think we're going to come up, touch this, come back down here. Because what I don't think and what people are expecting to happen is something like this, where we just keep going up. And maybe we start to look up towards this level here, which is 42,000. That's potentially where people could see us going. And I think that's very dangerous. So I'm thinking 31,600. And then whatever happens, we're going to come down to liquidity, which is 28.6, 28.4. But anyway, wherever we are, we're still at good prices for Bitcoin. Look where we were. Sorry. Look where we were in November last year. We were at $16,000. Now, if we hit $32,000 in November, we will have had a 100% rise in the price of Bitcoin in 12 months. And now, no matter how we see that, this trend line is bullish. We're putting in higher lows. It was broken here. If we can get back above it, and if we can do something like this, then we're off to the races next year, and everybody will be far happier this time next year than we are now. So hold the line, have faith. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Everybody expects to get rich in crypto very quickly. You need to be in crypto for two, possibly 3 bull markets to really make money. And if you think that's 8 to 12 years, quite a long time compared to what other people think we can do. Now let's move on very quickly. I'm going to run out of time again, and I have to be gone. I have to be gone fairly soon because, like I said, I've got to go and pick up some new microphones for the stream. So we're going to go on and talk a little bit about Polygon and Matic, which I don't really ever cover on the stream. Now, Polygon is a layer 2 that sits on top of Ethereum. We've covered Ethereum quite a few times in the last couple of weeks. The price action of Ethereum has been down, so I'm going to give that a break for a while. Let's have a look at Polygon. Price of Polygon has fallen an awful long way since the bull market, but so has everything else. So has Solana, XRP, Cardano. So I'm not singling out Matic, but what they've done is they've named a super council, and the newly named council could have a role in guiding one of the most valuable blockchain networks into the next bull run. In a bid to improve the decentralization of its government, Ethereum-based project Polygon has named a potential protocol council of crypto industry leaders. If the proposal to institute the council is approved, the members will assume responsibility for changes made to the network, and it could guide the price of Polygon in the next crypto bull run. Polygon is one of the leading layer 2 protocols built on top of Ethereum. We know this. With the announcement today of potential governance council members, which include a key member of leading crypto exchange, we're not going to mention that, and Zach XBT, Polygon Labs offered some insight into the near future of its protocol, as well as a potential path for its token. I could easily see in this coming bull run Polygon getting very bullish. Aaron Arnold said, for next cycle I could see Polygon 5xing from here. Now, 5xing from here isn't massively bullish news, but we'll have a look at that in a second. Combined with the fact Polygon is the king of press, the king of partnerships. They've partnered with Starbucks, Adobe, Disney, Adidas, to name a select few. Now, one of the strange things about Polygon is it has some of the most bullish news of any crypto asset, but it never really seems to move up based on that news. Let's bring up the price. Let's use this one. Have a look. So if we go back just a touch to have a look at where we were. So the previous all-time high of Matic was $2.90, which is about, let's say for argument's sake, a 6x from here. Now, the gentleman we've just looked at has said he expects a 5x from here. So he expects the price of Matic to get to around here. But he is not expecting Matic to put in a new all-time high. And there's a reason for that. And one of the reasons is that Matic has had reasonably high emissions for the last few years. It has come down an awful lot but the emissions on Matic were quite high. So what I mean by that is, at this point in the bull run, for the sake of argument, there may have been 1 billion tokens, for argument's sake. At this point today, there is potentially 1,250,000,000, 1.25 billion tokens. So the emissions have been 25%. If you take 25% off the all-time high, which is say $3, that would bring it down to $2.40. And he is predicting roughly a $2.50, $2.60 all-time high. So in reality, he is predicting that the total value of the network will get back to its previous all-time high market cap, which is a very sensible thing to say. Not overly bullish, not overly optimistic, but a decent return. Now, again, what I like to do when I do these tokens is full disclosure, I hold XRP, I hold Bitcoin, I also hold a small bag of Matic. Not a massive bag, a small bag of Matic. And I do it because of the number of real life businesses that they are connected to. Whether it be NFTs, whether it be using the Polygon network for other things, transactions, whatever it might be. So for me, of all the layer 2s at this moment in time, if you asked me for the number one layer 2 on Ethereum, I would say Polygon. It has massive first mover advantage over its competitors. It's already established with Disney, with Starbucks. It has partnerships which take a long time to build up. It takes a long time to build up the trust, the working relationship, and they're not going to lose that history with other companies. They're going to lose that overnight. So I think they will be a good coin for at least the next bull run, which is in 2 years' time. After that, maybe in 6 years' time, they'll have been replaced by another layer 2, Arbitrum, whatever it might be. They will be replaced as the number one. But for now, for me, Matic is a good coin. So going back to price action, we have been struggling. We have come down. We have come down as far as, what's that, 32 cents in June last year, where it was its low. We came back up. We got to $1.55 in February, and we've been falling ever since. This is what I'm saying about this coin. No matter how much massively bullish news comes out against from Matic and Polygon, the price never seems to move up. We are struggling really to see much in the way of price action. Now, you could argue that there is fairly strong bullish divergence on the daily. And remember, the higher up the time frame you go, the more bullish you can be. If we're looking at the 15-minute or the 5-minute chart and we see bullish divergence, that's great. That could play out in the next hour, and then it will be gone in a few hours. If you're looking at the daily or the weekly charts and you're seeing bullish divergence on the daily chart, that is a sign that we could see a move up. And where could we see a move up to? I would look potentially at, I wouldn't say move in a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, I don't think 85 cents is out of the question. If we can break its moving average, which is about 60, let's say 62 cents here. If we can break this line here at 62 cents, I think we could move up and retest, let's say 85 cents. They would be my two targets for Polygon and Matic. Please excuse my drawing. I'm on a laptop and it is not the easiest thing in the world to do. But there is some level of bullish divergence here, and I would take that as a sign that we should see some movement upwards in the next week or so. And daily gives me more confidence than hourly or 15 minute. So have a look at that. Now, what time is it? We haven't got a lot of time left, so we're going to crack on. Remember, if you are watching us, do me a massive favour and smash the like button. I am going to drop a red box now because we don't have a great deal of time. I'm going to try and get this done. I'm probably going to have to go in about 20 minutes. So I'll drop a box now so you all get some crypto. And then I'll see if I can get through, I don't know, about 5 questions in the quiz, something like that. Tomorrow we're going to have a far more fuller day. Tomorrow I'll be back with Brogan. We will probably be able to do a good hour and a half tomorrow. So tomorrow we will make up for the shorter stream. But I would ask you to do me a massive favour, smash the like button. Give us a follow. If you've never been here before, we stream every day. And we make our best efforts. We make our best efforts to stream every day, not necessarily at the same time all the time, but we do make an effort. Just give me 1 second. One of my apps has stopped working. There we go. I'm back in. Right, let's move on. Now, this is something which is very serious. And yesterday I was contacted by somebody. I did a review of a scam website called Quantum AI. I made a video about it 3 or 4 months ago. And I said that you now have to start to ignore what you see with your eyes and start to look at the data associated with projects or coins. So in this example, it's called Quantum AI and it's a scam. And what I covered in the video is there's 3 things you need to look out for. So if you see me, I'm not saying you would take my advice, but if you saw me advertising a quantum trading bot, you don't know it's me anymore because of AI and because of advances in technology. So what you have to do is you have to use real world investigation. So you need to find out, does it have a license to trade in whatever country it is in? So does it have a financial services license? Number 1. Number 2, does it have a physical address? Can you go to their office, look it up on Google Maps, see if that office physically is there? Number 2. And number 3, do they have a phone number you can call and actually speak to a human being and ask them questions? So, if the website disappears tomorrow and there's no physical address, there's no telephone number, and they're not registered with the financial services of wherever they're based in the world, and you have given them your money because you've seen my face or Elon Musk's face or Bill Gates's face, then you've been scammed. That's why we make these videos on our channel, because we don't want people to fall foul of these scams. And I receive messages every week from people saying, I have just seen Elon Musk advertise Quantum AI. So I've gone to look for it and I've found your video and you're telling me it's a scam. You know, thank you for telling me, or are you sure, or whatever it might be. So that video has been watched 23,000 times in 4 months. So I'm hoping we've saved maybe 15,000 people from investing in that scam. Tim Draper is highlighting this very important point. If you go to YouTube, you're going to see Elon Musk advertising a coin. Or if you go to Twitter, you'll see Elon Musk advertising a coin. They're all fake. And now they're going after people like Tim Draper, which is using AI to replicate his voice. So in an October the 19th post, Draper warned his 250,000 followers to be mindful of thieves using AI to create an approximation of his voice. According to the venture capitalist, AI is getting smarter, as evidenced by followers seemingly reporting Draper tried to get them to send cryptocurrency. Recent advancements in AI have made it easier for the average person to hear their favourite celebrity's voice or watch a video of politicians saying whatever they want on certain programs. Now, again, this is important to understand that AI is more of a danger to the financial markets and to the world than crypto ever will be. It's going to get to the point where AI will phone you, understand the tone of your voice, and try and convince you to invest in a scam. It will detect what you're feeling through your voice. It will detect, whether you're going to go ahead with it. It will become so clever and smart, you're not going to be able to believe your own ears. That's more of a danger than Bitcoin will be. Bitcoin is a danger to the establishments that want to have control over their currencies and world currencies. AI is a threat to everybody, whether it be somebody pretending to be from your bank or your electricity company, telling you have to change your bank details because they've changed their bank accounts. It's going to become a plague and it needs to be stamped out. And that's the issue that I have with AI. So please bear in mind, the takeaway from this is, check it has a license, check it has a number, and check it has a physical address to go and visit and make sure that they are real. If it doesn't have all three, do not invest anything. And if your friend of a friend or your family member or your work colleague tells you to go and invest, do not do it. It is a scam and it's been bought into by them. Don't let them buy you into it as well. Now, the next one is, and again, I kind of agree with this. I think this needs to be stamped out as well. And I know we are all for freedom, and I know this, but there comes a time where we have to make some sacrifices for the good of crypto and the good of blockchain. And I think mixers cross the line between decentralized finance for the benefit of mankind and criminal activity. So the US targets crypto mixers over money laundering risks. In an unprecedented action, the US Treasury Department has proposed regulations requiring additional record keeping and reporting on mixer transactions. I agree with them wholeheartedly. And Gary Gensler and the SEC should be going after any company that deals with mixers or hiding of money. He shouldn't be going after Ripple or Bitcoin or Ethereum. He should be going after these people because they are hiding transactions, which is illegal. It shouldn't be allowed. I am all for governments doing this because for me, crypto doesn't come higher than regulation, doesn't come higher than your financial safety. It should be integrated where you have the freedom to use crypto how you want to use it, but you should still stay within the law. Don't forget, laws are there to protect us. I know people believe in this deep state World Economic Forum thing, and that's fine. It has some merit. But you need to be protected from the scammers we've just talked about, the AI scammers we've talked about. You also need to understand that this illegal activity can't be allowed. So I think we sacrifice mixers for the sake of crypto. The US Treasury Department's unprecedented proposal using laws usually deployed against foreign banks and foreign jurisdictions will require special record keeping and reporting for any financial transactions involving international mixers. The proposal comes amid increasing pressure from Capitol Hill about the role crypto had in helping militant groups. I've talked about this. And if you buy something which is illegal, you've committed a criminal offence. If you send money to one of these groups, you've committed a criminal offence. If you use a mixer to hide that fact that you sent money to an illegal organisation, you've committed a criminal offence and you need to be punished. Crypto doesn't need to be punished. Crypto doesn't need to be outlawed. Crypto is 100% transparent. And that's why we want crypto, because it will remove all of the grey areas from what, potentially banks, corrupt governments get up to. So we shouldn't go after crypto, we should go after the people using crypto. Crypto is just a tool being used for right and wrong. You don't stop people from buying hammers because they can be used for violence. You don't stop people from driving cars because they can be used as a getaway vehicle in a bank robbery. You go after the robbers, you don't go after the people who make the cars. So I am all for this. This is a great move. I totally agree with it. Mixers should be removed. I know what purists will say, and I understand, but we have to be realistic about this. Mixers, on the whole, are not going to be used for good. If you personally don't want people to see your transactions, you have to understand that your government has a right to know how much money you are making, because you have to pay tax. And anything that you do to avoid that is a criminal offence. So to lose this and keep crypto, for me, is a very small price to pay. Now, we've actually run out of time. I'm not going to go through this. This was going to be tied into the Matic article, because Matic is connected to a lot of big brands, and a lot of those big brands use NFT on the Polygon chain. So in here, it was just talking about why NFTs are used. Coca-Cola, Visa, Lamborghini, Nike, Prada, Time Magazine. There's just a whole raft of companies that have used them. My favourite isn't on here, I don't think. No, my favourite is, of course, Starbucks. And the reason is, it's very simple to explain to somebody. If somebody says to you, what's an NFT and why is it important, or why is it useful, you can say, because you can go and buy a Taylor Swift concert ticket as an NFT, and you know when you turn up that it's going to be a valid ticket. The same way that if you go into Starbucks and you have a VIP NFT, you can go and buy a pumpkin spice latte that nobody else can buy unless they're a VIP. So it's a very cheap, easy, simple way of giving you a perk, or confirming to you that what you have bought is 100% legitimate and not a fake ticket, like you get when you go and buy a paper ticket, or you're emailed a ticket and you print it off. You don't know if it's real until you turn up and it gets scanned. That's where NFTs come in, and you know you're going to get that security. Now that is the end of the news. I'm going to do a couple of quiz questions, and then, as I say, I'm going to run out. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll bring up TradingView for 5 minutes. We'll go and monitor the Bitcoin price. See where we are. There is going to be one mighty battle at $30,000, I think. Which is kind of where we are now. We're at 29,950. So let me crack on. I'll ask about 3 or 4 questions, and then we will get cracking. As I said, I'm going to go and pick up some new microphones. Myself and Brogan are going to be louder and clearer, hopefully, from tomorrow. And if not, we're going to be mightily annoyed that we've missed them. We are up to 12,600 likes. Fantastic. While I'm asking the quiz questions, can you all do me a favour and smash the like button? Let's try and get to 15,000 likes in the next 10 minutes. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to ask you some simple questions as well, because we really don't have a lot of time. I've not seen any chats today, by the way. It's not been working properly. So I've seen Chevon. I haven't seen anybody else. Right. There we go. Okay, the question. Very simple. I'll ask you a series of questions. You just need to put the answer in lowercase. If you answer it correctly, I will either give you a shout out or you will win some free crypto. The first question: is Ethereum POS or POW? Is the consensus mechanism, is it proof of work or proof of stake? Just put the answer. Tariq, you are here. And it keeps changing for you. I know what you're trying to type. It's not letting you. Addy Crypto is here. Nice to see you. I'm sorry that the stream is going to be about 10 minutes shorter than normal, but there's a lot of things I've got to do. The email server in my office has stopped working. I've got to go and have a look at that. I've got to go and pick up the microphones. There's a few things we need to do, so I need to pop out a little quicker than normal. Already up to 13,500 likes. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. There's actually quite a few people getting this right as well. We're up to 41 correct answers. 42. Well done. We were struggling. Hopefully, with the bull market comes more people to the streams. The more people we get on the streams, the more prizes and things we give away. 48 correct answers. Frederick, Addy Crypto. Fastgen, Mobius, Adil's in chat. Fran, welcome Fran. Tariq, Javon, Diana. There's a lot more people. Well, a lot of the OGs that were here quite a few weeks ago appear to be back in chat, which is nice to see. Tariq, when I have to go, I have to go. I know. It's I just like to get some quiz questions in first before I run off. Because believe it or not, it's actually relaxing for me to do these quiz questions at the end. It's a little bit like, we know when you've seen Cristiano Ronaldo and he's worked his socks off for 90 minutes and then he comes out and has a little jog at the end of the match just to cool down, just to relax. Well, that's what this is for me, because I have a TV, 2 mobile phones, a laptop, I've got screens open, I've got things open, I've got chats open. When it comes to the quiz, it means I can have 10-15 minutes at the end where I can just relax, and then I can read the chat. The chat, for some reason, starts to work when I do the quiz. I don't know why. Okay, so next question. What is CZ's number for FUD? On Twitter, you will find a crypto celebrity called CZ. Whenever there is FUD in the industry, he holds up his hand with a number of fingers held aloft. How many fingers does he hold up? What is the number for FUD? For those of you that are new to crypto that keep hearing this term, what is FUD? FUD stands for fear, uncertainty and doubt. So when you see a headline like crypto's going to zero, Bitcoin's going to zero, that's FUD. Fear, uncertainty or doubt. And it's just a term given especially to questions which are, or articles which are just nonsensical. 86 correct answers. Where have you all come from? Where have you been for the last 4 weeks? Frederick, Endrose, Addy, Who else is here? Hader, Wazim, Adil again, Strange, Clarice, nice name. Crypto, Tariq, so many people. I can't read them all out. Okay. Renchantha, you are welcome. We do the quiz at the end of every show. If you want to partake in the quiz, all you have to do is give us a follow and check. I've already got, on one of the platforms, I've already got tomorrow's stream in the calendar. So make sure to go and check that out. If you're watching somewhere else, I will be putting the calendar event up this afternoon. Solanki is correct. Solanki, congratulations. The answer is indeed 4. You are correct. Right, next question. Again, let's not ask too many difficult questions today. I don't have a lot of time. And remember, just put the answer in lower case. So, this is an easy one. What does BTC stand for? So when you see the ticker BTC, what does it stand for? All you've got to do is type the name of that cryptocurrency into chat and you have won. What does BTC stand for? Jamie Massetti, you are correct. Proof of stake was the answer. Thank you all for coming, by the way, to the stream. We don't normally get that many people on that platform because we stream at very odd hours. So if you are here for the first time, please give us a like. Please give us a follow. We stream normally about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the day. And of course, we make videos a couple of times a week. So make sure to give us a follow. What does BTC stand for? Very simple question. Ten seconds left. The answer is, of course, Bitcoin. BTC stands for Bitcoin. Now, I will ask the last question. 59 correct answers in total. Well done to all of you. Mandolino. Super Poulette. Fran. Anonymous. Well done. Right, let me ask you one last question. Somebody's got real lag on their app because somebody's typed proof of stake to the question, and I think that was about 3 questions ago. Alright, last question. I am running out of time before I have to run out. So, hang on. One second. Now this answer you need to put in uppercase. When I finish typing it all in, that is. Okay, here we go. So, very simple question. Yesterday, or the day before, sorry, it was announced that Tesla still holds $250 million worth of a cryptocurrency. Is that cryptocurrency Bitcoin or Ethereum? Just type in BTC or ETH into chat. What cryptocurrency does Tesla hold $250 million of? Is it Bitcoin or is it Ethereum? That is it. Remember, the answer has to be in uppercase. And then it is 2 o'clock, and then I will make my way out. So, 30 seconds left. I will be back tomorrow at 10:30 with Hollywood. We will do a live stream from the office, so you will see our beautiful faces tomorrow. We'll be streaming from the studio. 10:30. We're streaming for about an hour and a half. So we hope to see you then. make sure to give us a follow wherever you are. Give us a follow. It is free, doesn't cost you anything. Make sure you hit the like button or whatever it might be. Have a look. How many correct answers? 60 people have got that right. 62 people. Well done, everybody. I've been keeping an eye on Tariq and how much he's winning, and he's not done too badly today. The traffic is so loud today. Fran, Damika, Spice Powder, Tariq. Not too much there, Tariq. Margarita. Well done, everybody. You are all winners. Now I am going to go. Before I go, I'm going to drop a box, so don't leave just yet. I won't be rushing as much tomorrow as I am today. I've got to go out. So thank you everybody for coming. Please accept this box from us. And remember, if you want to tip us, we convert the tips into cryptocurrency and give them back to you. So if you do tip, we will convert it to SHIB and we will give it out as we do on every stream. So every correct answer we give out SHIB, and every box that we drop at the end of the show also give out SHIB. That's it. I have to go. It's 1 minute past 2. Thank you, Munaya. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you, Chevon. Thank you, Adil. Thank you, all the regulars. If you only came to the show and there was only 6 or 7 of us, we would still do the show. It doesn't matter how many or how few people are here. We will try and be here for you every day. And remember, at Christmas and New Year, we will stream Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So we will try and stay with you at least 330, 340 days of the year. So with all that being said, I will see you all in the morning with Hollywood. And have a great Friday afternoon or a great Friday evening. And I will see you tomorrow.